Ah, the death of innocence. We all remember our first time. Finding out Santa was just a Coca-Cola rebrand. The Tooth Fairy was your parents' spare change guilt offering. And the Easter Bunny? Basically just a sugar mule in a fur suit. Cute white lies and harmless deceptions. You think, okay, that's just growing up. And those examples are harmless. And they've got some truth rooted within them. But then you start to notice more. Bigger lies, more deception. The kind of stuff you can't just laugh off or ignore. And then suddenly, Rocky was right. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows.
It's a very mean and nasty place.
You wake up, you smell the coffee, and it reeks of corruption. Over 70% of people globally believe in at least one government-related conspiracy. And that's not shocking. When was the last time a government ever acted in the interest of its people, let alone told them the full truth?
You can't handle the truth!
But here's the kicker. You try and talk about it in conversation and public discourse, you're labelled a conspiracy theorist, and that title alone ruins any credibility. Ever since the 60s, that term's been PR washed. Paranoid, unhinged, low IQ, fringe, a neat little box.
Not a conspiracy theorist.
Disagree with power, and into the bin you go. Let's break it down. To conspire just means one or two parties coming together to plan. Boardrooms do it, governments do it. Hell, even your WhatsApp group probably does it. And a theorist? Somebody just asks why? Isn't that a natural human disposition? That's Reddit. That's your uncle or family member on a Sunday trying to explain why your local football team are doing shit. That's how literally every crime is solved. So what's the alternative? A coincidence theorist? That sounds even weirder.
We're all puppets, Lori. I'm just the puppet who can see the straight.
And listen, I've been there. Late teens, obsessing over my physique, like it was going to fix my self-esteem. Working on the gym floor, I met a colleague who handed me a little breadcrumb of what you could say was the red pill. He suggested I watch a documentary called Zeitgeist. That thing smashed my worldview into fractals. Suddenly my personal struggles felt kind of small next to the sickness of the systems we live under. I wasn't just broken, the world was. And naturally then, I dove deep. Real deep. David Icke levels of deep.
Goodbye, Dinah. Goodbye.
Ballistic levels of pattern recognition. Tried telling my royalist family that 9/11 was an inside job, about fractional banking, and that maybe the House of Windsor may be shape-shifting lizards from the Draco constellation.
Take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles.
Been there, done that, got the tinfoil hat, as well as the t-shirt. I wasn't just curious. I was trying to find meaning beyond the surface level, maybe manifested as learned helplessness or rebellion against authority. But one thing is for sure, that rabbit hole is deep and it's very easy to get stuck in.
The Matrix is everywhere.
That's where the trap sets in. The despair, the doom loops, the feeling of it's all rigged, so what's the point? You're awake, but you're frozen. And that right there, that's the real conspiracy. Not just the lies, the distortion, the injustice, but the stagnation that follows. So what do? You build, you connect, you create. Not by yelling about lizard people and Marxism at the local pub, as tempting as that may be. You observe the patterns of the enemy, reverse engineer the methods of control, and reclaim the sovereignty that was siphoned off. And you do it grassroots. You do it locally. You live and breathe the antidote in how you eat, work, think, and show up. Because the frontier in modernity isn't just tech and truth. It's meaning. It's a spiritual war. And our role within that war is to not get demoralised, distracted, or compromised. Awake but inactive is just another form of being asleep. If you can hold down your clarity and your community within that fog of war, then you've already won more than most.